Everyone, this is Jane here from Crystal Sparkles Readings. Just going to put down our cards for next week, which starts with January 11th, Monday. So let's see if I can get that a little bit straighter. There we go. Okay. Okay, so the card we've got for the first part of the week is the Devil. So the Devil is a really interesting card. I really like the Devil card, and there are reasons why. Because what the Devil card is saying is anything that you feel like you are trapped in, anything that you feel like you have to be doing, any patterns that you feel like you're repeating and they're not getting you anywhere, you can break those patterns and you don't have to be trapped in there. There's no need to be fearful. And you can't see very clearly because this is a very old card that I had to take out of an old version of the Faulkner deck that I had, because for some reason 3 of my cards went missing from this pack and I've never found them. I have no idea where they are, where they went. Presumably they will turn up at some point, but what I did was I just went through and took out those cards from a previous very old deck, and as you can see, that is, I mean, same deck, Faulkner deck, you can see that's a very old card, but if I hold it up you might be able to see there's a guy hiding in there behind the fence. So, you know, is he someone to be scared of, or is that you hiding behind the fence? So I tend to read it like that's you hiding behind the fence. That's you hiding. That's you trapped. That's you scared. Don't have to be. You don't have to be that person that is trapped. You can break free of that. So first part of next week, I feel like I want to be breaking free of anything that has repeated for you, anything that is keeping you trapped, anything like that, any of that energy. We can be letting go of that. So I'm just going to shuffle the Witch's Wisdom Tarot. Just going to have one for there. That's the deck that I'm going to use the rest of January. I've done an unboxing of that that's on my channel. Please have a look if you like this deck. It is absolutely beautiful. It really is a stunning deck. So yeah, please check it out. Check out my video. It's a lovely deck. And what we have here is the Seven of Air, or the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords in tarot, in the Faulkner deck, in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, talks about that kind of energy of someone who is maybe not quite telling you the whole truth, not seeing the whole truth of a situation, somebody who might be being a bit deceitful. It's a bit of a heads up card. So the Seven of Swords would be talking about that, and the Seven of Air in this deck is the Seven of Swords. So I'd be interested to see what because this is quite a different deck. It is tarot, but the illustrations are very different, especially for the Major Arcana, which is in a slightly different order. Very similar archetypes, but they're in a different order, so it's a different kind of deck. So I'm just going to have a look up of the Seven of Air in this book and see what the Seven of Air is all about in this deck, because that does not feel very much as though we're looking at somebody necessarily being deceitful. So okay, so this is the Seven of Air, is the Witch's Ladder in this deck, and it's about it talks about wisdom, and it says here, the Witch's Ladder is a spell to make a dream come true. 7 feathers, each from a different bird, knotted onto a cord and tied to a tree branch. Each feather is a charm, free to flutter, spin, dance in the wind, yet all are connected to the earth by an enchanted hagstone which is at the end of the cord. So the Witch's Ladder is about a wish, about clues and signs and insights for you to see what's going on around you. So not completely dissimilar from the Seven of Swords, because I always think the Seven of Swords is a bit of a heads up to watch out around you. Look out for the signs of somebody who might not be telling you the truth. So it's not completely dissimilar. So it has got a similar energy. But it says here that messages arriving from the sacred, signs and synchronicities are offering guidance to help you manifest your future. Pay attention. So, you know, look at the guidance, look at your signs, see your signs, hear your signs, and pay attention to them, and then decide what you're going to do. So, you know, just be aware of what's going on around you, I feel like we're saying with that card. Really, really lovely. I do really like this deck. It's got some beautiful illustrations on it. So really, really lovely message from the Seven of Air. I'm just going to pop down one of these. Oh, goodness gracious. Symbolic aura cards. I'll carry on using these for a little while. So that's good. There we go. I have edged these in like a purple, which I thought would be quite nice to go with that back. But I'm just got to do the second. I've only done one layer, so I need to do the second layer. But I'm really liking the purple edges. Okay, so we've got here our Oracle card number 3. So we've got here butterflies. Butterflies to me talk about transformation. I feel like I've got these trees as well, which are kind of... they look like they're moving to me. That's kind of... It looks like there's a movement in that picture to me. So I'm just going to have a look at number 3 and see what we've got in Ian's book. This is a lovely deck, and Ian's going to be doing some little classes, I think, to go through and learn a little bit more about these cards. So I'm probably going to do that, because that will really help me to interpret them. I mean, that to me is talking about transformation. 3s always talk about kind of progress. And you think about the 3 in the Major Arcana, there's a nurturing energy to that. But let's just see what he says in the book about this. It says here, situations have a way of working themselves out, though we give far too much thought to our dilemmas and not enough to what we need and hope for. In listening to our dream state, the conscious mind is somewhat subdued, as the subconscious inner self is more to the fore. Listen to what you are saying to yourself. Take heed of what messages lie within your dreams. So there's a lot of messages going on here, because this Seven of Air was talking about that. This is a messagey card as well. I always think with butterflies, yes, absolutely, transformation, changes for the better as well. But butterflies to me often talk about messages from your loved ones that have passed. They often come in forms of birds, which is interesting because of the feathers. They also come butterflies. So lots of those sort of, you know, quite often when I see a robin, I'll often think about my granddad, because my granddad loved robins, and I'm absolutely sure that he pops along in the shape of a robin from time to time. So those sort of things, messages from your loved ones, from your past loved ones, just to show you they're around, just to help you to not feel alone. You know, that devil card you can feel very alone with that sometimes. So these are cards that are saying you're not alone at all. So let's have a little look. And I think especially at the moment, you know, being in this second state of, sort of third state of lockdown, some people are feeling alone. Well, they are alone, and some people feel it. So yeah, there's definitely an energy of that with those cards. Sorry, just throwing cards all over the place at the moment. Let me just shuffle Brian's deck and give us a Brian card. Okay, what's Brian got to say? Best foot forward. Now, I'm not sure whether we had this last week or not, or whether that's the card that I picked for myself last week. I don't know. But I've certainly had this before. So, you know, you create your own luck, you know, dust yourself down, pull up your socks, paint a smile on it, and everything will be fine. So there's a kind of go for it message in that you aren't alone. You don't have to repeat the patterns of the past or recent patterns. You don't have to just completely keep repeating the same thing. First sign of madness, isn't it? Doing the same thing and expecting different results. So we don't need to do that. I'm going to pay attention to the messages that we get from spirit, signs that are around us. Also really important, we've got a new moon on Monday, so that's a great time to send out new moon wishes, write your wishing letter, any of that sort of thing. Put your intentions in place for the next month. It's a really, really good time to do it. So hopefully that has helped you. Thank you very much for watching. If you've liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you like this sort of content. And I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.